Hey guys, welcome to a special edition of the YUNSHOW. Today we're in Chatsworth, California. We're at Fight XP. This is where my strength and conditioning coach, Scott Fujii, is at. He was also a national team member in Taekwondo himself, and also he's produced so many athletes. All the legends of Taekwondo pretty much went through Scott over here. We're gonna get some good work in today. So we're gonna go over some fundamentals of movement that's involved in sparring. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Hey, Scott.
What's up, Phil?
What's up, man?
What are you doing here?
Were you working out or something?
Yeah, man, this is my time.
Okay, go. Later. Come back later.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
So, I hear we are covering some fundamentals of movement.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? Okay. If you guys aren't into the geeky stuff or you don't really care about that and you want to just get straight to the few fundamental movements that we're going to cover in this segment, then you might want to click right here. Maybe Phil will put a link in there and you can just skip this part. If you're a coach that's helping other athletes to improve at these skills, or you're even a parent who wants to help your child to improve, you might want to watch this part. So what we're going to do is cover some of the fundamental parts that make up movement skills. And movement's a pretty deep topic. So it's one of those things that you know, it seems like the more I get into it, the more I want to learn about it, the more it seems there is to learn. So it's just seems to be a never-ending thing. But our goal in this segment is to condense this into some type of usable template that you guys can take with you, and we want to do it in what, under 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the pieces to the movement puzzle, I guess. And we can pretty simply break this down into 3 really broad categories. I think when we're talking about just doing a skill and being able to improve that skill, it's pretty simple. When we're talking about being able to perform that skill in a pressure situation like competition, then I think we get into a little more complicated situation. And I'll just give you an idea of what I mean by that after I go through these 3 categories. But I think there would be 3 pretty broad categories. Number 1, obviously, is going to be the specific skill. So this would include the skill set to accomplish what it is that you're trying to solve. So if you're wanting to work something to open or close distance with your opponent, the skill, when we talk about that, would be how to actually do this step or this movement that we're referring to. Number 2 would probably be summed up into your, I guess, physical ability. And this is a really broad category, because this would include really everything muscular, everything relating to your joints and the capacity in your body physically to actually do this skill set, to perform this skill set. So we won't break this down into pieces, but this is probably the biggest category that would branch off into the most, the most subcategories. And then finally, number 3, we can't have really quality movement without the nervous system. And just think of your nervous system as, I guess, your coordination. So coordination would be your nervous system's ability to orchestrate the skill set and to be able to put to use your physical ability to be able to perform that skill. Most people look at this or hear this and they relate it to coordination. Okay, so those would be really the 3 broad categories. And the reason why this is important is because we all know the soccer coach who yells at the kids to run faster. And then ironically, usually those coaches that are yelling at the kids to do that don't ever really teach them how to run faster. So when they go back to practice, they're not really ever teaching them, the skill of running. And so it's almost unfair to be coaching in that way. So we always like to be able to put things in some type of a system that is a workable, moldable system, so that we can measure the weaker links and measure our progress with the different areas. I think if we're dealing with actually performing these in a pressure situation, then we're probably talking about a couple of other things. I think we can't deny that there's There's going to be a mental and emotional component to that needs to be worked on. And then there's also, of course, going to be a chemical and nutritional side to this. Being able to make sure that that body is fueled and able to sustain that quality movement that we train. So this would probably make the whole thing a little more complicated. For now, we're going to deal with these, just these three things.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
Whoa, hold on a sec.
Whoa. Well,
All right, go ahead.
nice shirt. Thank you for watching the YUNSHOW.